Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Sleepy Celestial. Now, guys, let's get right into this. So, welcome to Chapter 7. This is going to be the pilot episode. I hope you guys will stay your welcome. So, I'm still in shock for what I discovered. And a lot of people are going to be like, what am I talking about? So, Met Gala happened. I did say Beyonce was gonna wear something that's gonna connect to what Act 3 is gonna be. And I even told you guys from the last episode of my Chapter 6 that Act 3 may not come out the way we intended to come out. I even mentioned that the rollout, like the anticipation, will probably start happening and between the end of this month and it will follow a uncanny rollout. Now, recently we just got to see Drake release Iceman, and something Drake did was very interesting. Drake released 3 albums in one night. And with Beyonce teasing us Lemonade 10 years ago, and Beyonce also teasing us, remember she was the first artist to do a stadium tour in the modern era back in 2016. And with Beyonce going to the Met Gala in 10 years prior, seeing her this year, which count as 10 years, all that sums up Lemonade Part 1. And you guys are gonna be like, what am I talking about? Remember the post that Beyonce did, right? It was 3 lemons. First, we saw her at the Met Gala. We saw her started teasing things about Stevie Nicks. Then we saw Beyonce do like a little monologue interview talk on the red carpet of the Met Gala. We also saw her bringing out Blue. This picture that you guys are seeing, which count as the Winter Renaissance, I want you guys to pay attention to this. This is not Cowboy Carter. After revisiting the background that she is standing on, and then look at the background that Beyonce is now standing on at the Met Gala, this is a Winter Renaissance. When Beyonce came out with that dress, right? That dress screamed Renaissance. But here's the scary thing. After looking at the Renaissance cover and how the horse was standing, now that I think of it, Beyonce does not match with the Renaissance Renee. This is crazy. This is beyond crazy. And after relooking everything, I'm like, this lady is such a genius that I can't pinpoint what she's going to do next. You guys could go back and relook at her dress for the Met Gala. It has a combination of the sun deity. She also has a connection to the Grammys that she did in 2017 when she wore that golden headpiece of the child that was in her stomach. The emblem of the child also was wearing that Echo Dispo crown that she was wearing. It almost looked like a Libra sunset, the what she was wearing. 3, we know that after she did the whole Cowboy Carter tour, nobody has been seeing Beyonce. It's just a lot of people was anticipating that, oh, she's gonna release in May. What if I told you she's going to release Act 3 and between November or December? To tell you why is Sagittarius is the only horse-like creature that is in the zodiac sign. And Capricorn is like a goat with like a seahorse tail, right? And Virgo is literally like a human being. What if I told you to recognize the fire year, she might go within a fire year. You're following? Every every release that she has did up to now was a specific zodiac sign. Renaissance came out on the 29th of July. If I were to check right now, July 29th will start what zodiac season, right? If we were to check July 29, 2020, I guess 2022, Renaissance came out. And if you were to check the zodiac sign that is associated with that, you would see it's Leo. It's very flashy. Cowboy Carter came out during the Aries season, which was a very dominant, conquering type of album. With Act 3, it's gonna be different. We might be getting two horses. We might be getting two horses. And the reason why I say this, the Beyonce Bowl also teased that, because the ending, it's like two horses. And when you saw the Beyonce Bowl, you see that there were four horses. Out of the four horses, we know that one more horse will be the only horse that is the Americana, was Cowboy Carter. The other plain horses were a representation of the other things. With Renaissance was the life, bringing life to the COVID pandemic, and Cowboy Carter stabilizing that life, and then going back to death again. When you think of snow, you think of death, but it's in a beautiful way. Snow, winter is a representation of death, but it's so beautiful we never recognized it as part of death. With Beyonce coming in as the skeleton, she's reminding us that this is a death. The album is going to its final phase. It's going through its death phase. Whatever that comes out of those 3-act project will birth something new. I don't think Beyonce is gonna be retiring, but I think what a lot of people are not imagining, what comes after those 3 acts besides the visuals. I'm even scared to even say what I think what might come out after these 3 acts. But we know that after those 3 acts are presented, there will be a merger between all of the 3 acts, which will spawn Echoville. And she is wearing the second or the third version of the helmet of the celestial beings that I was talking about in chapter 5 of my Beyonce theory. You guys could go back and look at that. Each celestial body is a representation of the Beyonce consciousness. And when you look at, even to make it this even bigger than it is, if you go back and watch the Little Miss tour, if you go back to watch some of the other tour connection, it's crazy that Cardi B did something that a lot of people didn't realize. When she was sitting on the, even though it's not part of the Renaissance, when she was sitting on her little swing balcony like a bird, the wings of the angel that she had reminds me of the disco angel that was in Renaissance, the interlude, when she say lift off, right? Which is even more crazy because Renaissance interludes have so much connection to what the next album is gonna be. And I think Act 3 is gonna be an inversion album. It's an inversion. What I mean by inversion is that it's gonna be a continuation of Lemonade, right? It's like previously on Lemonade. It's gonna be the same thing that I just saw from Drake. We may not just be getting rock. We may be getting rap, and we may be getting blues. We may be getting 3 different albums within Act 3. Because similarly, when Drake released before Beyonce, when she was releasing Renaissance, Drake used a little bit of like house music. And I think Beyonce's Act 3 is going to be 3 projects within itself. I hinted at this at the last episode of my Beyonce theory for Chapter 6. I said that Act 3 is a bigger umbrella than the other 2. And my theory is how she's going to put all of these 3 acts under one roof. That is going to be insane. And remember what Jay-Z said in the JQ interview. The Carters are not playing it safe anymore. Which means whatever Beyonce is going to be dropping is going to be so fucking deadly that's why we haven't seen any rollout promotion for Act 3 yet. We only got a little snippet of her website showing like Stevie Nicks. So there's a lot of things that are going to be at play in the next couple of months. We just got to watch. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, because tonight we're going live, baby. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye, and welcome to Chapter 7. Bye-bye.